Well, Mary Hunt knows what it takes to get out of debt. Why? Because she's been there. She and her family were $100,000 in the red, and that was before her husband lost his job. Well, that's when Mary resolved to stretch every dollar as far as she could and live a life that was cheaper, better, and faster.
Mary Hunt never aspired to be a money-saving tip expert, but that's what happened after she started Cheapskate Monthly, a publication chock full of money and time-saving ideas. Her nuggets of advice, like using baking soda as ant repellent, will help you do things cheaper, better, faster, one tip at a time.
Well, Mary Hunt is the author of the new book, Cheaper, Better, and Faster. And we just want to welcome her to the 700 Club. Mary, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Well, you know, it's surprising, but, you know, when I was looking at your research, and it said at one point you were over $100,000 in debt.
And that was non-mortgage debt.
Wow.
Christy,
what happened?
That was years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I went crazy. I was the best consumer in the world. I did what they said. You know, get credit cards to cover emergencies. I trusted MasterCard and Visa so much more than I trusted God. You know, that became my go-to. And, you know, you start doing it and you start depending on it. And it was like, you know, just a snowball keeps growing and growing until it turns into an avalanche.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It was horrible at that time. Yeah. Well, let's talk about it wasn't just awful from a financial standpoint, but what did it do to you internally? What did it do to you as a woman, as a person?
You know, building up that kind of debt requires that you do a lot of things in secret. That's not good for a marriage. You know, I built this huge wall between my husband and myself. He didn't trust me. I didn't trust him to be the provider for our home. It's terrible, terrible what debt can do to your life. It can destroy your life. And I'm testimony to that. Thank God my marriage was saved. But it took a lot of years of changing who I was and having a come to Jesus moment, you know, and realizing that God really does care about my needs. And he knows about my wants.
Yeah. Well, Mary, let's get, you know, I love getting down to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about some of the steps that you took to get you out of that avalanche, as you call it.
The first thing was changing my focus. I had to learn that it was good for me to scrimp and save like crazy where it doesn't matter, so that I would have money to pay back debt, to give, to save, to do things that do matter. So while these things might seem kind of silly or not useful, they really are, because they change your focus and say being frugal is a great, great thing. Now, everything we're going to talk about, there are commercial products we could buy to do all of these things. It costs a lot of money.
Right.
Why do it if you don't have to, if you've got stuff around the house that will do it just as well?
I love it. Well, show us some of those things.
Okay. How about your computer monitor, your television screen?
I was just looking at mine at home.
Filthy,
and it looked just
right?
like that.
Okay, you can buy a really expensive thing, or you can take a dryer sheet. Doesn't have to be a new one. It can be a used one.
Okay.
You just dust it down. Look at how it just catches all of that dust, and it also eliminates that static that's going to collect the dust in the future.
And it makes your house smell good.
Smells great.
I'm sitting here now going, yeah. More tips, Mary.
Now, Chrissy, what about this? This is a candle.
Yes.
We have a lot of these after the holidays, right?
Absolutely.
They look gross and grungy, and you want to throw it away, but no, there's tons of candle left. Listen, take a used dryer sheet and just moisten it, get it a little bit wet. You're not going to believe this. This will clean that black completely off and make this just like brand new. Throw that sheet away, and you're good to go. Is that amazing? I love this. This just makes my heart sing, because I didn't spend any money to do it, but I saved the product.
I love it. And it makes it as good as new.
That's right. Now, what about a dry erase board? Most of us have these around the house.
Sure.
Grungy, gross, awful. A couple of things you can do. Just take a chalkboard eraser, and you can clean it that way.
Yeah.
But you still see some shadows, some ghosts on there.
Yeah.
So do the same thing. Moisten a used dryer sheet, and you can polish this thing, and it'll be just like a brand new board. Your kids will think that you went out and bought a brand new one for them. Amazing. I love it. Okay.
I just keep thinking that the dryer sheets are like the magic formula that we've all missed all of our lives.
I kind of love those things.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
Have you ever snagged your pantyhose
Girl,
in the
don't
office?
get me started all the time. All the time.
And there goes a big run. Well, here's what you can do.
Yes.
A rescue. Open the desk drawer, get out the glue stick.
Okay.
Just dab it on there, onto that hole in there. Let it dry, and you've rescued it. It's not going to run. You've got plenty of time to replace that without having to, you know, run to the store.
To go and buy another, you know, $20 pair of stockings.
All right. What about the bling?
I'm all about the bling.
You know, you can buy a lot of expensive stuff to keep jewelry clean.
Sure.
Don't bother. There's so many things. The book is filled with different ways. This is just one of my favorite. If you happen to have any denture tablets around, which, you know, my mother-in-law left me a whole bunch. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know what to, here's great. Jewelry cleaner.
Huh.
Yep, just take the water, put the tablet in. It's going to fizz up. Go ahead and drop your grungy jewelry in there. Leave it overnight. Leave it for a couple of hours, whatever.
There you go.
Take it out, brush with an old toothbrush. Fantastic.
It makes sense. If you can drop your teeth in, why can't you drop your rings in?
Maybe you could put them both in at the same time.
2 for 1, right, Mary? I love it. What's next?
Oh, here's another one. Now, you need to get a spray bottle, which we don't have right here.
Yes, we do. I'm sorry. I moved it. That was my fault.
There we go.
There we go.
This is fantastic. Now, there is a commercial product you can get to keep the cling out of your clothes.
Yes.
You spray it on. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Don't buy that. Well, all you have to do is you take 1 part of liquid fabric softener.
Okay.
You probably got some. 20 parts of water.
All
It's going to
right.
be very, very dilute. Put
Sure.
it into the spray bottle.
Gotcha.
You got your own. Right there. That'll do it.
And what do? You just spray it on the clothes and it gets rid of the static?
Exactly.
But it doesn't spot up? That's always my concern.
Just a very, very light mist.
Okay.
Light mist. Just like the commercial product.
Oh, good.
It's amazing.
Easy. And once again, you smell good.
That's right.
I'm all about the
And you
smell,
didn't
Mary. Can I
spend money.
tell? I know. All right. What's going on here?
Oh, this is great. In fact, I've got to confess, I did this morning in the
Did
hotel.
you?
Do you know how when you have a sweater on a hanger, you get these little pokey things?
You get the shoulder, bobs.
Just pull out the hair dryer. Yeah, put it on warm, a little
Okay.
warm. You put the sweater on. Yep. Just
And it kind of gets
right
rid of
over
these
the-
little
It'll get rid of it,
bumpy
just like you're
things.
ironing it.
I love that.
Isn't that a great idea?
I love that. And that's better because when you are when I'm at home, I tend to put them in the dryer. So when you're at a hotel, what do?
Yeah, that's right.
It's a perfect example.
Okay.
What about the nail polish?
Well, this is funny. You know, a reader told me about this, and sure enough, I needed to use it one time, and it works great. Clear nail polish will be a great glue in a pinch. Like you need to put a stamp on a letter, and you don't have any, or you know, tacking a recipe to something. Even putting your fake fingernails back on if you ever lose one. You don't need
Happens
glue.
all the time.
Do it with the clear nail polish.
That's good.
It's just a great
Who
go-to
would have thunk?
fix.
This one, Mary, is my favorite. Share it with the world.
Oh, you know, you've got the remote, you're sitting down to watch TV for the evening, and your batteries go out. You don't have any new batteries in the house. What
Right.
do you do? You might be able to get a few more uses out of it. Pop those batteries out.
Okay.
Take a regular pencil eraser.
All right.
Rub it over the contacts.
Really?
That'll clean them up. Put that battery back in, and I'll bet you'll get a couple more uses till you have time to go get new batteries.
Let me tell you why that's my favorite. Because when you have a 9-year-old son who's every toy in the house is battery operated. It drives me batty. I need to buy some stock and batteries. So
get him an
I love
eraser.
that idea. I know. That's what I need to do. Get him an eraser for Christmas. That's wonderful. Well, Mary, thank you so much. I want to hold up your book. And if you want to check out one of thousands of Mary's tips, here's her book. It's called Cheaper, Better, Faster. And guess what? It's available nationwide. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Mary, for
Chrissy.
being here. I
Thank
appreciate you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you for your wonderful tips, and God bless you.